Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to yet another installment of Userone Talks. So about that. Didn't mean to put his name up. Let me just make sure that the stream is live, and then we'll continue on with the interviews that we want to do today. Alright, so originally I planned a presentation. Well, somebody wanted to present something to us, but that got delayed. But okay, whatever. What we're gonna be worrying about now is trying to get some people in here, trying to get to hear the stories as usual. This is what we do. We hear stories when admins have mistreated them, or perhaps when admins didn't perhaps follow the rules. Rather, when stories when admins made up their own rules on the spot. These are the stories that we want to hear. Just to say that they happen, and they usually happen when administrators are not held accountable enough. And it's really not their fault. It's just natural human instinct to just, disregard your obligations because nobody's enforcing them anyway. So, anyway, let's open up the interview room. Let's see if we can get anybody in here. Okay, so now the interview room should be open for anyone verified. So it was already open for everyone verified. That's interesting. Okay. Hold on. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Alright. Okay, I guess we're having some technical issues. What's going on right now? Am I actually streaming? What is happening? Jesus Christ. Okay. What is happening? Yeah. I have no idea. Okay. Alright, let me figure this out for a second. Yeah, the stream's not doing so well. So about that, I have no idea why that is. Why is it that that doesn't make any sense? Hold on. They cannot. I don't get it. Okay, maybe we should just invite some people. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. I don't think anybody. I think we have let's just let people know that we are accepting people for interviews. So I'll just do here. Come to interview voice chat for an interview. That's what we usually do. We like to listen.
Yo.
Hello, welcome.
Listen, there's something I need to talk about, bro. Serious problem. These fucking cops are pissing me.
Don't swear, okay? We want to have like a polite, a very presentable argument. You know what I mean? Because if we swear a lot, then people won't take us seriously, and the way people perceive you is all that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that, bro.
All right.
Listen. So imagine,
Yeah.
So 4 times in 2 days, the same cop has pulled me over, and he's just pissing me off. And I want to talk about what he's doing, innit? Because something that he's doing is something that I got age-old for previously. So I don't know how he's getting away with it. And I've 1 second, right? Let me just show you, innit?
How did I misspell your name? What the hell?
Yo, can you give me the interview access for 2 minutes? I can just send you.
Yeah. Sorry, I misspelled your I misspelled your name. I wrote Rice instead of Rico. Alright, hold on. There you go. Interview access. Boom. You got it.
Alright, cool. 1 second. Yeah.
Alright, everybody, welcome to the stream. Like usual. How was your week? Yeah, my week was alright. You know what I mean? Alright, well, let's...
Alright, so if you take a look at that, yeah?
Alright.
I'll screenshot it for you, innit?
Yeah.
Like, man's IP. That's my old IP, you little pussies. If anyone's trying to DDoS, man.
Yeah, get rid of the IP.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Is that the evidence?
1 second, yeah. Alright, cool, so...
Do you have more?
Pardon?
Because you just like pasted a string of text. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There. Okay, so basically, yeah, I was admin jailed for looking at weapons through. So imagine, yeah, this is 2018, like January, yeah,
Yeah.
and some pussy is chatting shit to me, innit? So obviously I snaked him, innit? I called the feds and I said, yo, this guy's got a gun in his car, innit? And then, and then obviously, but the admin came and he admin jailed me for saying like, because apparently the guy roleplayed hiding the gun, but I could see the gun through the window. Do you get me? Because his car, like the door's broken, and you know you can see the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, wait a second. Like, don't cops? If cops see weapon like in the middle of a vehicle,
Yeah.
and the people are role playing it being in like a cupboard or something or like a compartment,
Yeah, yeah.
they don't
And I
care. They don't care. They role play the weapon being there and it being visible, and admins always side with them.
That's exactly what happened to me yesterday. And I've got the thing is, I showed him a screenshot of it. Innit? Wait, 1 second. I can even send you it. So I showed him this, yeah, and I had a server time. I had everything. And he still can see it.
Jesus.
And I told the admin.
I'm having some troubles with the internet. Seems like. What's going on? No,
One second.
seems to
What
be
is it,
live.
fixed now,
Okay,
yeah?
okay. I was
Alright,
worried.
look. Oh.
Okay.
Can you see the screenshot? So I roleplayed hiding the gun, yeah? I
Okay.
did a server time as well, yeah? And still the admin sided with him. I don't know why. Some dumb admin. And this guy, yeah, the same cop, bro. I've killed this guy 4 times in 2 days. He comes there, he pulls me over, and he does the same thing. And the sad thing is, I kill him every time, bro. This guy's a waste, man. His name is Patrick Lenhart.
Okay,
And
don't drop names, man. We don't need that kind of stuff. Cause
Oh, yeah.
like that's a gray area. Okay,
Yeah,
so okay, right. So basically, the problem here is that you got treated differently than a cop was treated, right?
Yeah. Nah, because, yeah, so you can see, like, obviously, I'm getting admin job for something, whereas this guy's doing the same thing as me, and nothing's happening to him. And I pointed that out as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So that's something that is very frustrating because players, they expect everybody to be treated equally.
And obviously, so I look on the forums, innit? And I check the metagaming thingy. And there's no rule even regarding it, bro. So why did I get admin Jordan in the first place?
Well, okay.
It's not even on.
Okay, clarify a little bit about the metagaming thing. What were you looking for?
Okay, look, yeah. So some guy pulls up, yeah, and his door is like smashed in it. So I can see his gun in his hand, like through the door, do you understand?
Yeah.
And I said it out loud. I said, yo, he's got a gun to my boy. And then this guy reported me, and the admin came and he jailed me for it. That's a joke, innit?
Yeah, that definitely seems like it. Did you report the admin?
Nah, man.
You should report him.
No,
See, because sometimes, plenty of times, I mean, I've had so many times when I've just reported the admin and had the jail voided. Like, most of my jails have been voided,
You know
basically.
what it is, yeah? Or if I report the admin, it's gonna take like 30 days for a reply anyway, bro. I'm out on my CM, bro.
So you don't think you'll get any reply because you've been mass DMing before?
Nah, I'm saying I might as well my CM, innit? Like, bro, taking a piss, innit? Like,
Well, you can't. I disagree with that, but I can sympathize kind of with you. I understand the frustration, definitely.
Yeah.
As a man that invested so much of his time into LSRP only to get fuck all back, it's frustrating.
Yeah,
But okay, so this is
Yeah,
an
obviously
interesting story. So what we learned from this is that
obviously, I think they need to clean up the rules a bit and like brush
Yeah.
upon this.
rules should be more detailed. Okay, Rico, have you seen the?
Next time this cop comes, I'm jumping out of my car and I'm gonna smack corn in his head, bro. I'm not joking.
As your attorney, I advise that you don't say that. But listen, I've actually tried very hard to make rules on this Discord more defined than usual. So have you seen them?
Yeah, I saw that, man.
What do you think about them?
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. This is a Discord server, man. Like, this isn't like sub. Like, I think it's unnecessary. I think you should
Well, you
delete
see-
the one about like.
Okay,
I
check
think
the
one about-
frequent asked questions section, because I'm not saying anything, but today is, what's the date today? 12th of October. So, you know what happens on 14th? It's the
Nah, man.
5-year anniversary for this channel. So guess what? I might make an announcement. you know.
Well, you're opening a new server,
I
innit?
didn't say that.
Say nothing,
No,
you
no, I
go
didn't.
what?
All right, let's
New
get somebody
thing,
else
yeah?
in. See you, man.
I shut up. Yo! You little pussy.
Oh, what you say? All right, let's get somebody else in. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yo, what up?
How's it going, man? Hold on.
It's good, man. It's good.
All right, so tell me about the story.
Wait, which story was it?
The story about how you got basically treated unfairly by an admin. So basically, like, for example, if well, you see somebody else get treated one way, and then you see yourself doing the same thing, and then you get treated another way. That's a good example of what I mean.
You know, I feel, well, to be honest, I feel, how should I say this? Why? Let me think. Well, I think Allah should decide.
Don't name any names.
No. Allah is the only God. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar!
Lovely. All right, let's get somebody else in. What am I supposed to do about that? I am no magician. I can't predict what people will say or do. Let's get somebody else in, though. All right. Let's hear from anybody else. All right.
Takbir, Allahu Akbar. Takbir, Allahu
what?
Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
see.
Allahu Akbar. Takbir, Allah!
Okay, I think we got him now. There we go. We got him now. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome. Why did I just? Oh, Jesus.
How are you doing?
How did you get in? What? Oh.
Some moderator.
Oh, it's one of my supervisors. God damn. Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
See, this is
So,
why I limited this one to two people.
It's alright, I suppose.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, man, okay? Alright.
Was this inconvenient?
No, this is okay.
Okay, this is okay.
So, okay, let's, how about, so LH, is that your name?
Yes, that is me.
Awesome. So, LH, why don't you tell us about some story when an admin wronged you, or something along those lines?
Well, admins haven't ever actually wronged me personally.
Okay. Did you have any situations where you feel like an admin enforced a rule which wasn't actually written down?
No, actually, no.
No, never.
No.
Okay.
I know that on this podcast you get a lot of people who like to trash talk the admins for
Yeah,
well,
but I'd
doing
like to
bad
get
things, but
both perspectives.
I feel like sometimes it should be said that not all admins are bad, and
Absolutely. I especially want to. I'm especially happy that you brought that up because as I made this kind of community, I've had to become an admin in a way. I've had to enforce the rules and tell my moderators how to enforce the rules, and it was difficult. We had a few difficult situations. I made a few mistakes as well, and I now have a lot more respect for Los Angeles Roleplay administration. Even though I still feel like sometimes maybe they don't do the right thing, I still have a lot of respect for what they do. Definitely after I've had to experience some of that.
yeah, that is like it's so easy to just sit there and talk negatively about whatever slight someone might have done against you as an admin, but no one realizes how many fucking reports you have to go through, how many mouth breathers you have to deal with, how many people who just sit there DMing like, nah, I didn't DM. People trying to abuse.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes that should be said.
Definitely. I think the frustration here is that sometimes when you go off the gut feeling, when you go by how things look rather than how things really are, when you punish players when you don't have sufficient evidence, I feel like sometimes that leads to innocent players being punished, though. Because you see, for me
Yeah.
personally, right, roleplay had the appeal of creativity. Meaning, like, the best thing I felt, the thing that I liked most about roleplay was the fact that I could do anything, virtually anything at all. So I tried to push the boundaries, and unfortunately, I got perceived as one of the trolls basically, because of that. And I hear the story all the time, because it's, they don't. I've had multiple situations where they just don't. In the long term, like I understand in the short term, if an admin sees something that could be perceived as rule breaking, I can understand that kind of like a punishment in the short term, but that it should be appealable. It should there should be a way to appeal that punishment if it's not true. If
I
there's
do
no
feel like what you said in that regard, that is right. You should be able to appeal any punishment given to you. I don't understand why there isn't a system like that. I understand that there might be a lot of appeals because, well, so many punishments get handed out on a regular basis that it's going to flood up pretty quickly. But
yeah.
that
And
there isn't some
what
sort of
what most
mechanism.
roleplay servers actually do now is when there's a punishment. Typically, punishments have a very like big variation. In LSRP, if you look at their punishments, they range from admin jails, from formal warnings to bans. It's insane how big those ranges are. Meaning, admins have a huge discretion over what they do over every situation. Now, at the glance, that seems like a good idea because you give everybody, relatively fair treatment. But in reality, admins judge basically on their perception from their perspective, which might be not true, and or flawed in some way. Sometimes people make mistakes and they perceive things differently. But the point is, what I'm doing on this server is the opposite. Instead of giving them a large range, I have kind of two severity systems for punishments. We have mild punishments, mild offenses, and serious offenses. And it's basically serious offenses like DDoSing and ban evading, stuff like that. And mild offenses are like spamming maybe. And you can check it all in the rules. Have you seen the rules?
I have looked at your rules. Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about them?
It's fairly straightforward. Might be a little bit too much for a Discord server. I don't know. If you apply common sense to anything, you're never gonna get in trouble.
Well, that's the thing. Common sense is this buzzword that gets tossed around everywhere, but from what I've seen, every single person has a different perception of what common sense is. Even admins, every single admin kind of have a different perception of what common sense is, in my experience as well. And I think that we can't just rely on common sense as a reliable kind of source of issuing punishments, because you see what happens is if you rely on common sense, punishments get issued like inconsistently. One person, two people will do the same thing basically, but one person will get punished less than another person. And when somebody sees that happening from the side, that looks infuriating basically. And that's something that I'm trying to address directly. I'm trying to make sure that when we get enough evidence, then we punish them, and we always issue the same punishment for the same offense. Basically, I'm hoping that will alleviate some of that frustration, so that you see. I know this seems complicated, but what I'm trying to say is, when I play in roleplay servers, I try to build a consistent story. I try to stay in character, but I can't do that. I can't do much on Los Santos roleplay, because there's the white area, which is everything you are definitely allowed to do. There's the black area, which is everything you're not allowed to do, and the gray area. And this gray area is huge. It makes up most of the bar, and it basically means you may be allowed or maybe not allowed to do those things. So, in order to guarantee that I don't get banned, I basically have to stick to that tiny ass white bar of things that I know I'm definitely allowed to do, which is frustrating. Means I can't experiment, means I can't do new things, means I can't express creativity. It basically kills any point of playing on a roleplay server to begin with, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. That's definitely true.
Well,
It's
glad-
it's just Yeah,
Ignorante.
it can be very, very frustrating that you have to limit yourself like that. But what would you say falls under the black category, which you can't role play?
No. I mean like things that you can do in general. So the black section would be intentionally breaking rules, for example.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
death matching and
So
all
things that
that.
you're not allowed to do at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just basically have
Well,
to stick with things that we've already done and we know we won't get banned for, because rules are very arbitrary and vague.
yeah, I guess it might depend on who you come across. Like I've said, I've personally never had a bad interaction with admins, mainly because I rarely get in trouble or never actually get in trouble.
Yeah. I think my problem is that I'm a firearm enthusiast, so I like to roleplay with firearms.
Well, that and you're a high you're someone who's known, so obviously you're going to attract more attention to whatever you.
Yeah, there's just no helping that. And you remember how long Clontix was able to terrorize me for? Nobody had any intervention going there. But hey, we're buddies with Clontix now.
That's just how that's going to be, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah, Clontix is not gonna get back on Allsoppy for a while. Which I'm not gonna do that. If I'm ever gonna make a roleplay server, and I'm not saying I am, but if I am, um, I'm not gonna make it so that there will be players that cannot appeal at all. I don't think I don't think roleplay servers should be able to issue life sentences. You know what I mean?
Well, with Vice City roleplay, that's going to be, well, it's all going to be circumstantial, depending on what you do
You're somebody
and
from
if that actually warranted a punishment or not.
Vice City roleplay.
I am from Vice City roleplay. Yes, it's
Pretty
currently
cool.
being developed.
That's very interesting.
I thought they stopped developing it.
Vice City was they stopped development for a little bit, but the team has picked it back up again with our amazing scripter who's done such a great job. He's
Oh,
single-handedly done pretty
shit, I
much.
just realized. Hold on, let me check something. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Check the rules. Okay, I want you to check the rules. Mild offenses, disruptive behavior, D. I want you to check that.
Oh, well, that's a. I thought since we were mentioning role-playing servers, I thought I'd bring that up, but that's my bad. Excuse me.
Oh no. A dilemma. I'm supposed to enforce rules strictly and equally on everybody, but I don't
Well-
want to do it right now.
Hey
What do
man,
I
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, fine. What's the punishment for doing it as a first mild offense?
Oh, a formal warning.
Okay. Sir L. H. I issue you a formal warning. You watch yourself.
Well, I've been warned.
I love this.
Oh no.
This is. You have to realize this is like an experiment for me, okay? I want to see what happens if you enforce rules like strictly on everybody. Just no exceptions.
Well, that's just how it is. It's written down, and that was my mistake. I brought it up. So
I feel bad.
well, no, it's like if you aren't gonna enforce your rules, why have your rules anyway?
You're right. Okay. Well, I appreciate that you understand that. All right. You take care, man.
All right, man. Well said. You take it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, what did Rakesh just say?
All right, drop my patch.
All right. Welcome. Why not? Do you have a story to share?
Oh no.
What do you
Stop
mean
the
no? Why'd you
stream.
come then?
It's just I'm just listening to the chat and it's really racist.
Well, okay. Then ban the racists. It's a verified chat. They're not supposed to be racist. Just make sure you record the.
I can't give anybody the role ban.
What? Why not?
I'll give them the role ban.
What do you mean you? Oh, God damn it. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna. hold on. I'm gonna fix something. We were messing with the roles earlier today because there was like a security issue. Okay, I'll give you the. You'll be able to. You'll be able to. Now you should be able to. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get somebody else in the room. Okay. Sorry, guys. Some technical difficulties.
I mean, you could go for me if you want.
If you wanna share a story, I would love to hear that. Yeah.
I've got more than a story.
Go ahead, man. Just don't mention any names or anything like that. We're a secret
It's just
society
you
here.
need to turn off the text to speech because I can't hear shit.
Huh? You can't hear anything?
I can barely hear anything since text to speech. It's ear rape.
Text is. What are you talking about, man?
The text to speech in general chat.
Fuck. Why do you have it turned on? Jesus.
I don't know how the
Listen,
hell
I'm
you
new to
turn-
Discord, okay? I'm making my own Discord community. I only started like a month and a half ago, okay? Alright, let's.
Yeah.
So tell me the story.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. How do I turn off this text to speech though?
God damn it,
Just
man.
I'm sorry. It's just it's obliterating my ear.
Alright, well, listen, tell me this. How do I call the story?
Huh?
How do I call the story?
Just call it LSRP in a nutshell.
Okay, fine. We'll do that. Alright. Ah, god damn it. Hold on. Ignore that name. I'm messing up. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? What the hell is happening? What is happening? There we go.
Right, Rakesh has been banned and muted. I'll take screenshot evidence.
Okay, listen. Yes, you can post evidence within 48 hours. Let's just get to the story, man.
Okay, right. So
So it's called LSRP in a nutshell.
yeah, basically.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Right, there you go. That's not the text to speech.
Come on, man. Get on with the story already.
Right. So basically, obviously, I was playing LSRP. Right now, technically, they have changed the rules quite heavily. Yeah, but the robbery and scamming rules are extremely vague, aren't they? They're so
Yeah,
vague.
let's actually have a look at them right now. Why not? Okay. Oh, I have them like almost already. I was looking up rules earlier because I got in a dispute with an admin. It turns out you're not allowed to give somebody else permission to destroy your car. Some poor soul crashed into my car, like destroyed it. An admin saw it and didn't let me give him permission to destroy it. Wanted to admin jail him. But thankfully I talked them out of it. Okay, hold on. Robbery rules, what are they? They're separate from in-game rules, right? Or no?
Yeah. I mean, technically, the robbing and scamming rules they just apply in IG in general, but apparently on the day that I was playing, they basically modified the rule so that you can rob and scam at the same time. So as I was playing, basically, I had like, how much was it again? It was something like 500k, something like that, loan scammed off of me. And then after that, they were allowed to rob my my car, and that they forcefully made me spawn it in so that they can just rob it. Now, I don't know why that's a rule, but apparently I'm the one that got banned for that.
So wait, hold on. You got banned because you didn't follow the robbing and scamming rules?
Basically, but the point is that I'm trying to get across here. It was quite unfair considering the rules have always been you cannot rob and scam, but apparently LSRP is I don't know how to put it other than this. It's had a bit of a stroke with its rules. And,
Okay, man, we gotta have more detailed examples, man. Something that more people can sympathize with. Something that really shows that you got like separately treated than another person.
Right, a lot of people will remember this, yeah? But remember that video you made about me getting banned on RCRP, yeah? And how I got banned for apologising. I got a per ban.
Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty fun.
LSRP is still not LSRP. I mean RCRP I suppose the staffing has gotten slightly better, but like the admins are still assholes, kind of. I mean, I was playing with my friends. We got into an invasion, right? And this police officer, I was trying to run him off the road because I was trying to make sure that my friend could get away. And basically, for some reason, I got admin jail for that. I got like it's like 30, 40 minutes, something like that. And because I was helping my friend with the evasion, but I don't see the point in that because I was
Well, that's
involved in
okay.
the
We gotta
first
change the
place.
name of the story because now you're talking about LCRP. I just noticed it says LCRP in a nutshell, so we gotta change that. There we go.
Dash RCRP in it. Screw it.
Done.
Golf script. But yeah, no. Administration on LSRP is horrible. I mean, and RCRP. It's just I feel like they need to. I feel like they need to listen to the community more, and they just need to kind of talk to players about who they think would be a good admin combined with their own opinions, because that would kind of
So you're
it would
saying
kind of
they're
filter
selecting
out.
them like very selectively. They're cherry picking admins.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're going to pick an admin, I feel like it should be someone that you feel like is quite responsible and is up for the task.
So you think a lot of
Not-
admins are not responsible on RCRP and LCRP?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like it would be a lot better because it's kind of picking a more competent admin. Anybody can make an admin application. I can make one. It doesn't necessarily mean I would be a competent admin, but I mean, that's the thing with admin applications. That's just so vague, and you don't know the person well enough. I mean, for that person could have a history of doxing people, or they could have a history of, I don't know, let's say, scamming people. Shit like that. That just doesn't come in.
We need more detailed
to-
stuff, man. All that conversation is like, it's a good story. It gives a general perspective on the situation, at least the frustrations that some people are experiencing, especially in your case. So you're frustrated that, I was gonna say something, I forgot. So you're frustrated that an admin basically is, not being fair to you, basically, right?
Well, yeah, basically, I mean, fairness it's just a huge problem, isn't it? It's stupid how people can get away with doing shit like that to other people.
Yeah, have you reported the admins that you felt like weren't treating you fairly?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like different people in the community have, what's the word? They have more authority over other people because they might, let's say they might be a moderator and admin, or they might be in an official faction like the LSPD or something like that, and because of that people are more likely to believe them, whereas let's say they actually did something bad, you've got like some evidence, not a lot, like that's solid that can really implicate them, but they don't get into trouble for what they've done. So at the end of the day, they can do that to more players, and it just gets worse.
So when admins even are found out to be, doing something wrong, they often don't get punished at all.
I mean, well, yeah, that is the case for some servers if you think about it quite heavily.
Yeah. So do you think it would help to actually penalize admins that purposefully are proven to be doing something that they shouldn't be doing, not following guidelines, not following the rules, something like that?
Well, yeah, they should be heavily penalized.
They should be punished just like players who break the rules, so that people are treated fairly.
Well, yeah, basically. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're an admin and that, you have applied to enforce the rules to treat everybody fairly. If you're not doing that, then where are your standards? You're not a good administrator. And that's kind of like the whole point, really.
Okay. So you've actually been an admin on this Discord for a while, right?
Oh yeah. I've been an admin on this Discord.
Have you been an admin before?
Oh my god, I have been on lots of really, really tiny servers. Like, it's not obviously like I've still got my reputation as potato guys that follows me around, so everybody loves
Okay.
me. But
But so this was
there-
your like. Would you say the server is bigger than the servers you used to be on?
not really. I mean, if I apply for a community, I'll try and go for one that has an okay player base. Like I'm not normally into too big of a community because then that just means you have to filter out more people, and then eventually it gets a bit stressful dealing with things like people that want to harass you in certain ways. I mean, obviously, I'm going through a hard time at the moment, right? Somebody found out about that in the general player base and started taking the piss, and that would really get on my nerves.
Okay,
Like,
well, that's just the internet in general. People are assholes to each other.
I know,
But
it's,
yeah,
it's
basically,
the context.
yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with administrators. They often don't look at the context of what happened from your perspective.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where it goes wrong.
Yeah, people get frustrated over that. They don't want to play anymore. What do? They start DMing. They form a goddamn organization all about DMing. It's not because they just want to troll LSRP. It's because they're frustrated with it. And
I mean,
sometimes I don't
with
even blame
DMers,
them.
I
'Cause-
feel like with DMers and that, I feel like
Well,
if they're
hold
gonna do
on.
that, they're making it
Do
worse.
have you heard Clontix's story?
I mean, who hasn't heard of Chlorontix?
No. Have you heard his story? How he got first banned?
No, I
He
haven't.
told that story on, I believe, actually the first podcast that we had for Userone Talks. So, I'll tell you the story now. I'll retell it to you. Anyone can verify me. They can just go to the first podcast. So basically, what happened was, there's a G bug. Like if a vehicle is driving away from you, and then you tap a key to get in the passenger seat, your character begins running after the car.
Yeah.
But the vehicle is driving away. So after some time, the game just teleports you into the passenger seat.
Mm.
You know that happens? Sam.
Wait.
If you press the get in the passenger seat, but you don't get to the car fast enough, it just teleports you into the car.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
No, I've never done that before.
Wow, okay.
I've never done that.
Well, anyway, that's what happens. It's a very well-known bug in SAMP, but what happened to Clontix was he accidentally did this to like an admin's car, was jogging behind it, teleported into it, and an admin banned him for teleport hacks.
Well, that's just a bit stupid,
Yeah,
really.
that's how it all began for him. And after after you begin bandwiding, you can't really stop, can you? Because you're always going to be known as a bandwader. It'll also be at least sometimes lets bandwaders back on after like a year. But even that, like, who's going to wait a year? What kind of patience is that?
You see, the thing is with Chlorontix, I feel like he made it a lot worse when he started trying to give it, try giving you trouble. I mean, back then he kind of just came across as a DMer that just didn't want to roleplay at all and had no reason for.
I actually liked his. I mean, I promoted his videos before they went to the whole what was it, cowboys or whatever,
Yeah,
cowboys
I saw
in
that.
shorts and top hats running around ghetto streets, all that fun stuff. Before all that, he actually had let's plays and I promoted them foolishly, and that just spiraled out of control. I mean, you've seen the videos. It's just a chaos.
Yeah, I've seen the videos of all of you in a Discord or a TeamSpeak together, just them giving
Yeah,
the...
but the funniest thing is, I have terrible aim, but I killed Clontix twice.
No.
He calls himself the king of the... Okay, he doesn't do that anymore. I don't think he does. Actually, he kind of does. But look, no. This is back in the day. I don't have any beef with him now. I'm actually cool with him. Like we talked earlier. But the back then, that was so hilarious. Because... I just fucking... We had this fucking... He made these videos. You remember the videos, right? Those ridiculous videos in the goddamn what's it?
Yeah, I remember seeing clips of his Twitch streams where he would purposely just kind of like
Yeah,
piss you off in character just to get shot.
I'm just gonna look at it right now, dude. These clips are just amazing. Okay, there we go. Found his channel. I just love them. I watch them all the time. They are so funny. Hold on, where is it, man? I'm trying to find it. There it is. Found it. Okay. Okay, it even tagged it LSRP. I love it. Even though it has no LSRP footage, he just tagged it LSRP. Okay. Let's have a look.
Mr. Userone, you think you are the shit, my sir, but you're really not.
I love
You're
how
a
much
dirty, dirty little fucking whore with those yellow teeth of yours. And I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
Yeah, he has a
You think
point.
You can go around messing with the king of DM and
Wait,
LSRP.
what?
King of
Listen here,
DM.
boy.
I'm watching
that shark right there?
Quantix's this is
You're
war
about to get
video.
Fucked up.
Oh, is that the one where he dressed up as
LSR.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. Where he
Nobody
knocked
me.
the shark off the
I
bed.
will DM you. I will
Wow.
metagame you. I
It
will.
was
I mean, I
fuck you
thought
up.
I just
I
thought
am
he
the
was going for a
Dr.
mental
Pussy Nigga
breakdown. You know,
4000.
so
You think this is just a fucking game, Mr. Userone? Look,
But he
I'm
wasn't
about
even
to
the
do
king
shark.
of DM, man. You can't advertise something you're not good at.
You just got fucking killed.
I'm sorry, man. I like hosting you right now, even
This
though
is
we're
the
like supposed to be
fucking
friends.
end
But
for
like,
you.
I'm just thinking back to this, and it's so funny.
This is
It's
war,
genuinely
Userone,
funny,
and I'm gonna take you down.
and I'm gonna take you down. I love it. But have you seen my cringy response to him?
I don't think I did.
You
And,
you haven't? Okay,
and-
here's what we're doing. I'm going on watch together. I'm gonna show you that cringy ending because I actually want your opinion. I mean, he's my goddamn moderator. I want your opinion on it. Okay, this is important. Okay. Okay, let's get the. So I'll give you the link to watch together so we can. What is happening?
And Andreas, just stop, dude. I don't want to have to ban you for racism. Just don't.
Okay, hold on.
I'll give you a nice formal warning.
Yes. Wait. Look at the rules again. Discrimination is actually a serious offense. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
well,
You see the punishment for serious offense?
I was feeling a bit generous for once in my life, but okay.
Yes. There you go. So just
I'll
to
just-
so that you guys know, we're enforcing rules strictly here. Okay. Yeah. Make a shotgun noise. Shotgun pumping noise.
If you think I can make a shotgun noise from
Come on. There you go. We're enforcing rules strictly here, alright? On our PU. You join the roleplay union, you follow the roleplay union. Alright, let's alright, you know what? Okay. Cool. Let's get somebody else in. I want to get to as many people as possible. Alright, man?
Okay, but I do hope you know the banned and the muted tags. They're just not working.
I know. They're not supposed to use them. Check the guidelines, man. We're only like, wait, banned? No, you're supposed to remove verified before you ban them.
Oh right. Okay,
It says
that's
so in the
part of it.
guidelines, which I asked you to read. But okay, let's get somebody else in. Come on. Alright, see you, man. Alright, let's get somebody else in. Let's hear all the stories we can. Oh, welcome. How are you? Hello? Hello. You know, if you you can't just come in and not talk, man. Alright, man, listen, I'm gonna have to disconnect you, like, you're not talking. Alright, I'll see you around, man, okay? He disconnected himself. Alright, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. So, have you ever had a situation where an administrator treated you unfairly? Something that frustrates you about a roleplay, so perhaps a story about that?
Wait, please. I'll be right back.
What would you... You can just come in and be right back like that.
Yeah, wait, just one.
Okay, so let me just set the topic. Wait, be right back. There we go, that's the topic. Okay, guys. Let's get comfortable. Come on, man, are you kidding me? Listen, join later, okay? I can't just be sitting here.
You are.
Okay, you're back. Fine.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, who and so.
What did you say? I'm gonna look back through it. Gonna see what he said. I have no idea. Hold on, let me just get this text. Okay. Whatever. We're gonna keep going. Let's get some more people's opinions in. So you're back, finally. Are you gonna say something? Because otherwise I'm gonna say that you're acting disruptive, okay? So, like, you coming in here when not speaking at all, you're just disrupting in the band, okay? So don't. There you go. Good boy. You better on. Okay. You can't just come in here without a goddamn mic, just filling the slot, okay?
Okay, so basically, Bonk is speaking. I can hear him just fine.
Oh?
Maybe wrong with your Discord.
Ah, my bad. I had him muted for some reason. Okay, I apologize. It's my fault. Okay, I genuinely apologize. You know, again, people make mistakes. People just invite him back. Invite him back. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm
right,
sorry.
fine.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
See, this
You need to know.
highlights how people make mistakes, and mistakes happen. You know, I didn't intentionally want to say all that mean stuff to you, but I was
It's okay,
genuinely
man.
convinced,
Yeah.
from my perspective, that you were, just messing with me on purpose.
Oh no, I'm not that sort of person. Not anymore. All right, let's I guess start it off. How you doing, Mr. Userone?
I'm doing just fine. How about you tell me about a situation where you felt like you were frustrated on a roleplay server, on a hardcore roleplay server?
Of course, yes. I will go into detail, not detail, however much you want, about a roleplay server that I was on named Red County Roleplay,
Right?
and administrators there, they decided, like, because of my formal past, they wanted to treat me as, a very bad person, and because of not because my roleplay was bad or anything, it's because they knew me as a troll.
So you're saying you
That's-
didn't even break any rules and you got treated like...
No.
Okay.
I did before, but they still.
I know.
had that
Okay, so
stigma
I know
on
what
me.
you're saying. I've had very similar situations happen actually. We robbed a business when it wasn't allowed to rob a business, but we got banned for no reason, and they cited my past. They cited something that I didn't even get punished for, so it's weird, you know. Anyway, I'm giving you
Yes.
access to the interview room text channel. Do you
Yes.
have any evidence of that happening?
Yes.
Paste it in
Well, I
there.
can show you. I can show you my character stories that I had for my one of my character stories at least.
I wanna
they
see
based off
something
of
that
this.
proves that
Yeah.
you got treated poorly based on your record. That's what we need to see.
I
Okay?
think
So some
I
sort of
might have a screenshot of it, so I can look for it. But also, a friend of mine that was an administrator, I shall not say the name
Don't
because
say
when you
any
joined,
names, yeah.
he used to. He told me before, like, he left the community and the server that, like, whenever I joined, they had a little note on my name saying, "Beware, watch this person, big troll," something like that. And
I actually
like,
had a
after
similar
hearing-
situation. I heard from a tester on LSRP that I have a lot of tags on my name saying that I'm a troll. So,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of, doesn't feel right when they label
Yeah.
you like that, when you just try to be creative with your roleplay.
Yeah, of course. And as you can see with that character, it's quite a bit of a unique character as well. If you're scrolling through the character story as of right now, as we're speaking, it's quite unique and it's something different as you would not see within the server, also known as Red County Roleplay, because I enjoy making unique characters and especially unique names. And for that fact as well, even on my admin record, they banned me for requesting troll names and even helpers because they review the names most of the time. They're like, no, Tiger is not a name. when in fact Tiger is a name. A famous person has the name Tiger, Tiger Woods, which is a famous golfer, as I'm sure you know, Mr. User One,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, wait, hold on. What was the full name?
It was Tiger Portman.
Tiger Portman. Okay.
Yeah, son of Blaze
Well, I mean,
Portman.
I have a character on LSRP named Gloria Mendoza, but you see, I made that
Name
character
what? Sorry.
Gloria Mendoza.
All right.
From like Orange is the New Black, like the seventh season, I
Ah,
believe.
yes.
But the problem is,
Yeah,
I
no,
made that character before that. I actually, you know how I make my character names? I go to a random name generator from the region that my character is
Alright.
supposed to come from. That's how I got this family name
okay.
Mendoza. That's how I got the name Amy Mendoza. That's how I got the name Gloria Mendoza. That's how I get names for all of my characters, pretty much.
Ah, yes. I
It's just
see.
easier that way for me.
I got the name Tiger because I was watching I won't actually delve into that. That's irrelevant. I won't waste your time with that, Mr. User One.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's not waste any time. Let's go straight to the point. So
Yeah. So,
so
I
how
was-
did the admin treat me that was unfair?
I was spectated like a lot more than other people. You know, I'd be going around, and then because I'm not gonna mention my my friend's name. He used to tell me, "Yeah, Bonk, this admin spectating you," and majority of the time he'd tell me, "Yeah, this admin spectating you, this admin spectating me," and whatever. And yeah, this admin he liked to dig his toes like really deep in between like my business and all that. You know, he liked just
Did he
digging his feet
contact
around.
you a lot?
Yeah, he used to ban me a lot, and he used to, just like basically harass me a lot. He even messaged me on Discord calling me stupid and a retard, and I did in fact report him. I do not have access to the forums, but hopefully a friend that's listening could send the thing over to me. The admin name is Kodak.
Don't say admin names.
Oh yeah, he's left the community 100%. Like he's stopped playing Samp. He's
Okay.
left. So yeah.
Well, okay, so you can prove that the admin specifically issued some sort of a punishment on you that was unfair and purely based on the fact that you had a prior.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Can you send it in right now?
Yes, I shall quickly.
Yes.
Do you
This
see
is
me?
what we want to see. We want to see evidence because up until we see evidence, it's all hearsay. You know what I mean?
Yes, I completely understand that.
Yeah, when I was told that Goddess of Life was banned because she refused to make videos on LSRP, that turned out to be a total lie. She got banned because she was going around giving away money because she was leaving LSRP anyway. And I totally feel bad for her. I don't, I don't think she should have been banned, but I can kind of understand it. It's a totally different story, that's for sure. But anyway,
Affirmative.
let's see the
Right.
evidence.
So this was I believe I remember I made that suggestion because he called me stupid, all that on Discord because I made a suggestion. I do not remember what the suggestion was, unfortunately, but at the end of the day, he did call me. He said some naughty words to me, and you can argue saying, oh well, he said it on Discord. It's a completely different platform, correct? Well, I was banned actually for saying some naughty words as well to someone on Discord, and so have a few other people
Oh,
towards
my
him.
friend
I'd say.
got perma-banned for like 5 months because he said something that was, very rude. But honestly, I've seen so many people like say such more mean things. I believe that person said, I'm not gonna say who it was, but I think they said, "I hope your mother dies," which is, very mean, extremely
Wow.
mean. But like it's like
Horrendous.
yeah. But still, I've seen people say worse things than that and get away with it. And that's the frustration.
Yeah.
It comes from inconsistent enforcement. And by getting away with it, I don't mean that admin didn't spot them. Admin acknowledges them, and then they, in the infinite wisdom and huge, arbitrary, unrestricted, area in which they can make their judgment, they make different decisions based on their mood, based on their perception of the person, based on vague things. And because of that, those are not enforced equally. At least that's my idea, anyway. Now that's what roleplay union is an experiment for me. I want to see what happens
Understood.
if in the community rules are enforced strictly as written. And if we can't prove somebody breaking written rules, then we don't punish them because most communities don't do that. At least that's my idea.
Yes. Anyway, as well, so this is the proof of me saying those words to the person on Discord it was, and they banned me for like a month it was, and I have reason to believe as well that they only banned me for this reason, and this happened as well before to someone else as well, that I won't say their names actually, but I have reason to believe they only banned me because this person is a female, and bias as well because of their friends with the administrator that banned me, and you know, it was big bias, I believe it was at least. Ooh, here is the copy. Let's get up to. Yeah, I said some very naughty words to them as well. If you, I don't know if you'd like to show that or what, but you know, yeah. This is very
Okay.
Angry.
Is there anything I need to? No, I don't think I need to censor anything here. Do I?
You don't
The
have
admin,
to.
the admin's name. I think I should censor.
Oh no, the admin. I didn't add the admin. That was
Oh, that was somebody else. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's. I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very common name if you think about it.
All right. So this is what you said, right?
Yes, that is what I said.
Okay. So you called somebody brain dead, fucking stupid, retarded.
Yeah. This was as well like my I don't want to blame it on my day,
Yeah.
but you know, like I'd been away all day, and you know, I was at a very low point in life.
I know what
And
you
you know,
mean.
that person was like being very offensive to me over in game, called me a retard actually originally, so that's
Yeah.
why I said that because
I've heard
I
once
lashed
I had
over
a
that person.
once I had a situation where you see the situation that I have on LSP, because you see LSP made this wise decision that they really want donations, right? They really want donations, so they're gonna restrict a very basic feature and put it in for donators only. What's that basic feature? Ability
Blocking
to
PM.
blocking PM. Yeah, exactly. You cannot block PM from everybody. Now imagine somebody with a YouTube channel. Their name is public. It's fucking every video, thousands of views in the first day. It's every once in a while you get people that want to spam a little bit, you know. Every once in a while you get people that want to say mean stuff that is very just ridiculous. And honestly, it doesn't affect me because guess what? I've had that stuff said against me all from the beginning. I've expected that stuff from the moment I started a YouTube channel. Like I'm familiar with how internet works. But
Yeah.
my problem is that the other people you know, they can actually get hurt by that. Some people actually get affected by those words. So because of that, I felt like I should take action against them whenever I could. I would actually report those words and whatnot.
Yes.
But yeah.
Originally, you have to also understand that they originally started that all as well. I was completely fine. I was with my friends.
Yeah.
We were all playing, having a
Yeah,
fantastic
and that's the
time,
thing.
and you know.
I've had the exact. That's where the story goes. When I once plenty of times, most of the times, I get no response because you know you can report the person PMing you who won't refuse stopping PMing you. Most of the time, I got no response for that. One time, I decided to do something about it. I decided to PM that person back, and like first of all, okay, I meant stop PMing me, right? And then they continue going. And then I respond back, and they go stop PMing me, and I just did LOL. And then guess what happened?
You get banned for 12 months.
Kicked for PMing
Oh, okay.
person that asked me to stop PMing.
Wow, that is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Bad. It's you know.
True.
Anyway, so yeah,
You
I
even
said,
can't appeal kicks, by the way. See,
oh yeah.
yeah, that's another thing. A lot of things can't be appealed at all. Warnings can't be appealed at all. Like
Oh yeah.
when I shot up, like doing my 20th birthday, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There was a party at my character's house, and a bunch of people came in. So you know, my character shot them in self-defense because they were busting through the door, you know, with the guns.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, basically I killed a bunch of people that were busting in, and then admins, they thought, you know, oh, he's mass DMing, so you know that went in. But the problem I have with that situation is that they still haven't decided whether I did anything wrong or not. In the same sentence, they said you did something wrong and you did nothing wrong. They say they can't be both. That doesn't make any sense.
It does not. You're right.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm supposed to take a lesson from it. And if you can't tell me what I did wrong, then and what I should have done differently, what lesson am I supposed to be able to take from it? The only lesson I'm going to be able to take from it is that I can't just experiment at all. I cannot do anything that I want to do that makes sense for me to do. And it's just
Exactly.
it kills any motivation. I've seen so many people say how their motivation got killed on LSRP and other roleplay servers just because some rule enforcement is just so arbitrary. The thing is, arbitrary rule enforcement is worse than strict rule enforcement because it creates a bigger area where people can't be certain that they're doing the right thing. With strict rule enforcement, you know that anything up to the barrier is okay, and anything beyond it is not. It's more strict. Now there's always going to be some gray areas, some variations, and that's fair enough. And what we want to do in that gray area is we let that person go. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Because innocent until proven guilty. Unless we are certain that somebody broke a rule, we do not punish them.
Exactly, Marshall. That you couldn't have said it better, Mr. Userone. Thank you.
This is the point of the roleplay union. This is what I'm trying to create here.
And
So-
I applaud you for that. Everyone, can I just say a little thing? Everyone sitting at home, please put your hands together because it was a great speech. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I agree with your speech 100%, Userone, and for that,
Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, of course.
Let me just get the applause sound effect. There we go.
Oh yeah.
You're
That's
welcome,
even
everybody. You're welcome. I know. What can I say except you're welcome? Alright, thank you so much for coming. I want to say something. I appreciate your criticism of my jurisdictional systems. I've been trying to do like a courtroom and other bullshit, and you come in there and very cleverly criticize them. Like you push the boundaries of it, and I appreciate you doing that because it challenges me. I don't know what to do. You're grazing that gray line, and I'm like, oh, do I punish him? Do I not? I waited. I've been waiting for you to actually. Definitively have enough evidence to punish you. So, just be warned. There's a law enforcement agency after you. Okay?
Which law enforcement agency would that be?
Fucking
The Userone police.
Userone URP has got UPD. Alright.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
The UPD consisting of
knee
one
slapper.
individual.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, you take care, man.
Yeah.
You take care, man.
I'm sorry
Okay,
to interrupt, but
Yeah.
I've got a query, and I'm very confused as to what
What is happening, man? You're totally changing the format right now.
So basically, I've been speaking to that guy up in that channel, right? And he's telling me, he's told me he's a Swedish Muslim, okay? But at the same time, he's just told me a bunch of racist shit.
Ban him.
And
remove him immediately. Yeah, remove him
Ban
immediately.
him for discrimination. Ban him for discrimination. Whoa.
okay,
Whoa.
okay.
If you discriminate, you get 30 days, yeah? Alright.
30-day ban.
Yep.
Immediately exterminate that fool.
I mean, we don't want racists on our server, man.
Exactly.
You
we
can
want everyone to be,
Why
nice,
does it matter
liberal
where somebody
Muslims.
comes from? If they're saying about your racist shit, then they're racist. It doesn't matter where they come from.
Exactly. Do you know why I absolutely hate Mr. Userone? I hate those type of people that are like, hey, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, and then they like fucking say the N-word or something. Like, come on, that's racist.
Well, I mean, it's all. What's important is the perception. Okay, LSRP has nailed this down. What's most important about any community is its perception from the outside. So
Of course.
LSRP is really focused on how its community is perceived on outside at the expense of its players. With having arbitrary rules. I think that's why I want to experiment with this. I don't want to be like a competitor to LSRP. No, I think LSRP is doing a fine job for what it wants to be. I just think it could be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's totally understood. Also, if you mind if I say, you know how you were talking about when someone broke into your house on your character's birthday, or your birthday it was, and then you started shooting them because they were breaking into your house, and then admins accuse you for mass DM. A friend just messaged me just now saying this video as well was kind of like the same sort of situation. He started killing people and then which was lawfully. I think this was on his police character or on his illegal character. I'm not too sure. I haven't watched. I watched the video, but just quickly. And anyway, yeah, the administrators thought that my friend was mass DMing the people, and it's kind of the same sort of situation if you think about it. They just look at it and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is definitely mass DM," and then
So,
Yeah.
so he was a police officer.
Yes, he was a police officer, undercover as the whilst I think he said he was
I mean,
undercover.
okay,
the
you
whilst that
say.
pizza stack thing.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah, sure.
You say that he's undercover, but I'm looking at his disguise and I'm a little confused.
I think.
Why is he wearing a
Well, I
pizza
think by
outfit?
what I think what he's saying by undercover. I think he was like. I think there was like a thing going on, a sting operation. Like he was playing clothes, not undercover. Sorry, playing clothes.
Oh,
I think that's what he
okay,
means.
okay.
Yeah, playing clothes. Yeah, because I believe his character was K Hunt was a detective. Anyway, yeah. So they started shooting people, and
Please don't say the name
yeah,
again.
The situation has been dealt with. He's
And you
calling
can
me
hear
a-
it. You can,
He's calling me a racist.
Okay,
disgusting.
cool. I mean, how
Were
can
you
you?
racist?
Okay, how can you even talk to you if he's banned? Anyway, let's. He's gonna be able to apply his ban, appeal his ban as usual. We'll treat everybody equally. So anyway, thank you for coming. I hope you. We've learned a lot with this conversation. So basically,
Indeed.
when admins are not treating somebody else equally, we hear this story all the time. Administrators not treating
Exactly.
people equally. It's frustrating, and then we want to
Exactly.
leave. Yeah. All right. See you
Exactly.
guys. Let's let somebody
Goodbye.
else in here.
I love you, Userone.
I'm glad to hear that.
Bye bye.
Stop doing that.
I
Go. Okay. Alright, see you. Let somebody else in here. What's up? Dude. Yeah.
So I
What's
kind
going
of ban them, and obviously I'm being called a racist now.
You issued a ban based off the guidelines, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, cool.
One of them was verbally, but obviously I was having a cigarette when he was saying this, so.
Dude, is this like this is not relevant? You realize I'm doing like a podcast right now.
Oh yeah, right, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why didn't you come yesterday to the staff meeting to riddle me with these concerns, huh? Why you come now? Come on, man.
Because I couldn't make yesterday's staff meeting, obviously.
Listen.
I had to deal with a bunch
Listen,
of shit.
leave
yesterday.
that seat for somebody else, alright? I want to hear people's stories, man.
Oh, I can. Someone can come in. Just don't.
No, they
invite
can't. There's
fucking-
2 slots.
No, watch.
Yeah. No, get out of here. Dude, did you change the slot limit? Okay. Alright, welcome.
How you doing, Userone?
Welcome to the Roleplay Union stream. How are you doing, Logic?
I'm doing good. How are you?
When's the new album?
What's the new album?
Listen,
I wish.
tell me.
What's that?
What frustrates you about roleplay servers these days?
What frustrates me about roleplay servers?
Yeah.
I feel like admins are not they're not able to pay much attention to players when it comes to anything, and I feel like
So you think there should be
Some
more
of them.
surveillance?
I feel like somebody has to be on their ass.
I mean, the thing is, LSRP is a pretty big server with hundreds of admins, I think. Well, not hundreds of admins, but like hundreds of staff for sure. And
Right.
even they can't always have admins on. So, is it feasible at all to have an admin monitoring every player? Or what are you suggesting? Like admin spectate people randomly?
I mean, I wish I could throw up a suggestion, but
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have their own shit, and not everybody could get on the server whenever somebody wants them on.
yeah.
But I mean, listen to all of these people that have been falsely punished by admins. somebody has to be trusted enough to be higher than an administrative position in order to do something if they do some wrong shit.
So you're
Like,
saying
'cause-
admins should come on, they should be spectating random people, or should be on guard at all times, ready to respond.
Nah,
to
they should just be on guard. I mean, on guard. My bad.
Yeah, so if somebody reports them. So you're saying basically that someone needs administrator presence 24/7.
I mean, I wish I wish that could happen.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay.
I mean,
but we
I've
want to
been
talk
on-
more
I've
about
been
how
on-
admins handle themselves. Have you had any problem with how administrators handle themselves?
I feel like some of them can be pretty cocky
Yeah.
and pretty out of place.
So it looks like you talk about attitude. So tell me
Yeah.
some attitude examples of admins. What kind of attitude have you experienced from some administrators?
I just feel like, so I don't think I've been falsely punished. So I'm not gonna be able to give you an example at the end of our conversation, but I feel like just they carry so much like toxicity that you could slip up for something that's very minor and they'll give you a punishment that doesn't fit that.
But do they do
That,
that consistently every time?
No, they don't.
See, and
And
that's I feel
thankfully-
like that's the problem. I feel like it would have been better if you slipped up for a little bit, they punished you, but they did that every time. The problem is
Right.
they don't do that every time. You see?
Right.
Because you
100%.
that's the problem. You cannot expect what an admin will decide to punish you with.
Right.
Even if, because the thing is, we need to recognize that sometimes players get punished when they're innocent. Even if we look at evidence, sometimes that evidence can be misleading, fabricated, or whatever.
Right.
So I mean, there are always gray areas, no matter what. And you know, if we enforce rules arbitrarily, then it just one person, people are going to get punished differently for the same punishment, and that's not fair, in my opinion, at least.
I feel that. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do some crazy shit to somebody that does something minor, then always do some crazy shit.
Okay. Have you seen the rules on this Discord?
Yeah, I think I have. I went over them.
Yeah. So what do you think about them? The way they're structured and written.
Listen, I feel like if the more you can cover when it comes to like, what is it called? Things that people can do that are wrong. So the more you cover that,
So the more detailed the rule is, basically.
the more detailed the rule is, and the more what is it called? Fuck, I'm sorry. I like looked
Descriptive?
at your YouTube thing and woke up. No, whatever. So the more shit you can cover, the better it is, because there's gonna be something that's not on the rule that isn't on the rules, and then someone's gonna be like figure that out, like, oh shit, user one forgot to put this on the rules, and then he's gonna be able to
Yeah.
abuse that until you put it on there. Kind of like what happened to you. You didn't abuse it, but you kind of created a new rule, right?
I've created the
Or you
rule
did something
several
that was-
times.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So-
but the thing is, that's the problem. You're punishing somebody when they haven't technically broken a rule. And I see where you're coming from with the concern that people are gonna abuse that to their benefit. But
Right.
you don't know if they are. You don't know if they are for sure doing it because they want to abuse it or whatever. And the point
Right.
being, it's not against the rules to do it.
Right. So you can't be fucked by.
Yeah, they can't. You can't punish somebody when they haven't broken any written rules. What I suggest happens. So right now, okay, imagine a situation. You're an admin. You see somebody do something that should be against the rules, but isn't. What roleplay servers do now is they punish that person for doing something that should be against the rules but isn't, and then they change the rule. That is not fair. What they should do is tell that person that now there's going to be a rule that they can't do that.
Right.
But let them get away with it this time because they haven't broken any rules. And that's the point.
Right.
So
I agree with that.
the bigger problem with LSRP, I've seen some people comment like, oh, what's the big deal? You just got a 15-minute jail. There's so many repercussions from admin jails and admin punishments. It goes on your admin record, which means people judge you for that afterwards. It means you cannot apply to LSPD for a month, and even if you do, it means your chances are lower of going through it. Trust me, I've
Right.
been in that process for 5 years. So all I'm
Yeah.
saying is that, basically the frustration comes from making sure that rules are enforced strictly. Right?
I mean, listen, I agree with that, right? So, but also just communication between the admin team. If there is somebody that could be like a middleman or something like
Oh
that.
no, no,
between-
no. See, we don't necessarily like go out of our ways to be just assholes about it. Even though the rules are strict, admins are still like open to understanding. They will help
Right, right,
players find clauses in these rules that will help them if they're honest and whatnot. But we'll still enforce
Right.
them strictly because the rules are rules.
No, no, right. I'm not talking about specifically this server or the roleplay union. I'm just saying I've hit up a couple admins sometimes when it like years ago for whatever reason, and a lot of them don't respond. And it's like you may not have the time to respond, but my problem might be so minuscule and so small that within the time that you respond, I'll stop talking to you within the next 5 minutes because my problem is so small. But let's say I can't find anybody else to help me with this issue. You feel me?
I've had those situations
So
plenty of times. There's like I've gone through the chain of command, reporting admins on top of each other because I really felt like I wasn't right in that situation. But I went all the way to the management and they told me I was wrong. So, I mean, there's nothing I can do beyond that.
right.
The only thing I can do is document that stuff, and I guess that's what I'm doing with Roleplay Union. So,
Yeah, that
do you
makes
like the rules basically? Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool.
Yeah, do you like
They're
have you seen the
they're
punishments
nicely
as well?
structured. Yeah, they're nice as well.
Right. Well, I'm glad somebody's happy. So, I guess I didn't
no.
fail completely. All right.
You did something good.
Yeah, there's also a document at the bottom of the page if you want to download it and read the detailed
Okay.
stuff. So
I'll see what's up. I'll
yeah.
see
All right.
what's
Well, anyway, let's get somebody else in here. Thank you so much for coming, sharing
Yep,
your
have a good
story,
one,
and
Userone.
yeah, we've learned that again, the same story. Admins punishing people differently, very frustrating for the players. We'll see you around, man.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. All right. Let's see if we can get somebody else in here. We have some time. All right. Announcement. Yes, still room for interviews. There we go. Alright, let's get somebody else in here. Gotta also take the interview accesses off so that they don't stick around. Okay. So let's see who's gonna. Oh, just picking an interview. I think it's just important to basically, why can't interview access connect? That doesn't make any sense. It says interview access cannot connect. It's weird. Oh, hello?
Yo,
Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. What
I'm fine as well. So, alright. Tell me, what frustrated you about the roleplay server?
nothing frustrated me. I just got a question, and I want your. So
Question for me?
yeah. So, do you think that people that log on drunk should be punished with a ban if they're drunk and they break any rules while they're?
I've seen that on LSRP.
Yeah. Do you think they should? They should
Well,
be banned?
the thing is, I don't think people should be punished for things that are not written down as rule breaking. And as far as I know, LSRP does not have any rules regarding playing intoxicated. I don't see why that should be against the rules. I mean, I myself want to do an experiment, have myself like drive around in LSRP, and then have my character go drinking and drunk driving. As I would do that, I would drink myself. But you see, I can't do that because you can't play LSRP drunk apparently. Even though it's not a written rule. Again, LSRP enforces rules that are not written down that players couldn't possibly have known that are against the rules. But I think in this particular case, admins are doing it just out of help for them, because they understand that with impaired judgment they'll be more likely to ruin their account or whatever. So maybe that's the idea behind it. I mean, if they can, the thing is, if they can tell that somebody's drunk, then I think they have a justification for kicking them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't think that people that are drunk should be banned on the spot. I think they should be kicked, not banned. Because
Well, okay. See, that depends on the offense, in my opinion. Have you seen the rules on the roleplay union?
I mean,
They're on top of the
Say-
text channels.
say you're intoxicated and you log on, you break a rule. Do you
Right.
think an admin should actually ban you, or should he kick you and tell you not to come back, or you banned?
What does the rule say? What's the punishment for the rule that he broke?
I don't even know. Like,
Well, tell me.
I was drunk. I drank like a whole bottle. of
No,
whiskey.
no. See, that's the thing. I think that rules should be enforced consistently. So, making up rules on the spot is like the most terrible practice at all. Because
Well, that's the thing. Actually, management. That's the whole thing. They banned me because I was intoxicated and logged on.
they made up a rule on the spot. Yeah, but
No,
wait, you got banned for playing intoxicated?
Well, I was drunk, so I didn't know what the hell was going on.
No.
And,
Oh, so you were drunk, but you did something else.
I mean, my ban reason is not here to roleplay, disrupting others, trolling, spam, mixing character altogether. But I was intoxicated. I mean, if they keep.
Well, okay. I mean, that's an interesting topic. So if you get intoxicated and get behind the wheel of a car, and then crash it, I mean, should you have a lesser sentence because you were intoxicated?
No,
No. Then why should you have a lesser sentence here?
I don't know, but still, after all, this is not like. This isn't court. This isn't like. We're not in court. We're in the game after all.
Okay, so you're saying the punishment was too strict. What did you
No,
do?
it's in the punishment. I mean, I don't know. Like, I went to some people and I was like, "Oh no, I got a text chat. Like, I got a chat log. Let me." I went to them and I was like, I called my friend. I said, "Rico, come," with like a sad face and in character chat. I mean, that's a roleplay.
Yeah, it is a text. I mean, like a text message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I don't know where I spammed. I mean, I didn't even spam. So I just told him, "Rico, come, please." I even spelled it so wrong because I was drunk. And then I said, "Come pick me up," and then I got banned for spamming and not here to roleplay and disrupting.
Wait, you were spamming a text message?
No, I wasn't even spamming it. I was saying a few words like character.
So how many messages did you send?
Probably like for the whole time that I was in server, probably like 100, and I was on like for 20 minutes and I got banned.
Well, shit. See, that's another thing. Admins can punish people without actually having enough evidence. Their word is enough. Not on this server. On this server, we have evidence system.
I recall calling, like PMing Surreal because he was the one that banned me. I don't care that I said the name. I mean, he's the everybody knows him. I recall PMing him that I'm drunk. Like, I don't know why I even did
Okay,
that.
I don't agree that you should get a lesser punishment just because you were drunk. I do agree that it seems like you got punished unfairly for what you did, I think. I'm not still unclear on what you did.
So, you think I didn't get punished unfairly?
The thing is, just because you get drunk on purpose yourself and then decide to do something irresponsible, that's kind of, messed up.
I know, but
It's kind of your responsibility.
it's a game after all. Like,
So again, is you complained that you got punished unfairly in this specific situation, or
I'm not
that the
even
game,
complaining.
or it's just a game? Is that what you're saying? It's just a game?
No, I'm not even complaining. I'm just saying, like.
What do you mean you're not complaining? You came to. What do you mean you're not complaining?
This is not court. I didn't come here to complain or say anything.
Okay.
Or say that I've done something wrong. I just came here to ask you a question. That's what I said. In the
Okay,
start.
okay. What's the question?
Do you think that people should be banned on the spot if they're drunk and they log in and do something dumb?
I guess it depends on what they do.
All right, that was my whole question. That was like everything I wanted to ask you.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Let's get more people in. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a good day. Alright, man?
Yeah.
Alright, lovely. I think we have time for maybe one more. I'm sorry, I'm gonna end this live stream a little earlier. I had other things planned to be doing today. But don't worry, I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna upload a video possibly tomorrow, maybe on Monday, okay? I promise you guys it's gonna be an amazing video. You're gonna love it, okay? Well, yeah, let's get somebody else in here. Let's get somebody else in here. Okay. Let's get one last interview in, and then I'm gonna say,
All right, lad, how's it going?
welcome. How are you?
Right, good. So what can we talk about today, Mr. User One?
Well, how about you tell me about some bullshit you experienced on a roleplay server?
Oh, I'd love to. I don't even know where to start, man. There's this one particular admin on this one.
Don't name
server.
him. Don't name him.
I won't name them. Let's not jump to gender conclusions. Right.
Great.
So
Well,
I've
I
been
mean,
playing this
nobody
server
knows
for
who it
about-
is now. Good job.
No. There's several admins of various genders.
Okay.
Anyways, on the server. So, anyways, let's get to the point. So this admin, they've been watching me for about 5-6 years. They've been admin for 6 years, and so basically, what happened is that they're constantly giving me admin punishments. They're constantly on my back all over these years since 2014, since 2019. Like admin jailing me, kicking my mates, kicking my boys, everything, constantly on my case. Every bad thing I do, instantly on that. So yeah, sure, I do bad things in it, but tell me I am doing a bad thing, not like give me an admin job, kick me, just because I am, So let's say if
So let's get the examples.
like a recent example that's recently happened to me on LSRP, right? So I was riding my little car in it on LSRP with the boys, and all of a sudden these random kids, they jump on top, and I start driving around, and obviously I tell them to get off, but what the admin does is kicks me for letting them jump on my car and letting them stay. Now, what am I meant to do in that situation? I don't have the slap command to get the player off my vehicle, and obviously I've tried to do things to get the players off, and the admins weren't having it. So obviously I get kicked. I get punished.
So basically, you were driving around. Somebody jumped on your vehicle,
Yeah,
and
about
you
4 or
and
5 kids jumped on my vehicle and for no reason, and
so you tried to
know.
speed up, just like in self-defense,
yeah,
basically.
because I really didn't have time for the bush. I really wanted to roleplay with my friend,
Yeah.
get my ERP in game, and
Great.
sorry,
We
get
don't
my
need to hear
roleplay.
that, but
Okay,
okay.
sorry about that. Yeah, sorry.
Anyway,
yeah.
I guess what you're feeling, and I hear the same story all the time. Basically, an admin did not have sufficient evidence that you were actually doing what you're doing intentionally.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
that's if you actually download the rules file that I have in the rules section, you will see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the specification says it has to be proven intentionally. Now,
Exactly.
did you appeal it?
No, because I'm not too that much fussed about LSRP. I just see it as a game to play, just to chill out. And I know this admin's been on my case for time, and I really can't be bothered. But I just really don't
So
like.
you're like a casual player. You're not that invested in LSRP.
I mean, I used to be very invested, but I don't really care about like.
But I think
report
most
other
people would be classified as casual players, not hardcore players in LSRP.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. But thing is that
And that's what I mean. This problem affects you as well. Administrators treating people differently, that affects people like you who play casually as well.
Exactly. People who just want to play because it's a
They want to
fun
hop
server.
on, play a goddamn game,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
go
yeah.
through bureaucratic bullshit on the
Exactly.
forums.
I agree with you.
They didn't spend the day at work.
Yeah,
Just
people want to just come from back from uni, come back from school, play little taxi jobs, mess
Yeah.
about, maybe start a little fight in Idlewood with reason, of course, but admins aren't having it. It's not just admins, it's other people looking down on these sorts of players that, think that they're not good role players because all they do is, just mess about and stuff. But end of the day, it's just a game. At the end of the day,
I've had
people should be
it's just a
here.
game excuse used against me when I tried to tell them it's a problem. But whenever I,
I
do
started
anything,
contradicting you. Yeah,
they tell me
exactly.
that it's serious. It's
No, I don't
always.
get it, man. It's
You see, when the things are so arbitrary, we can shift them in our favor whenever we have an argument.
Exactly. Like, I mean, some people don't nowadays. People don't dare to argue with an admin because instantly you want to get kicked, banned, whatever, some other BS reason. But back in the day, LSRP was like you could run around, free roam. Nowadays, I think they've put the server really hard on people now. Like you have to role play in certain ways, got to do certain things, and it's just not the same. And I think that's what's like killing LSRP in general. That it's not the
Yeah.
same fun as it was before.
So
That they've made it
do you
too
like the
hard.
rules that are made on Roleplay Union?
I think it's alright, but honestly, I think your roleplay union is okay, but I don't really see think anything really going like it's not going to get much leverage in the community in the RP communities. I think it's just here for people to vent out their frustration. I don't really see it as a is actually going to work because all I see it as is just a thing that people are doing at the side just because they're bored and just like to vent their frustration and their ideas. So I
Okay.
don't know how serious the staff people are going to take you guys because
Oh,
honestly,
see, that's the misconception that everybody has. We're not trying to change Los Santos roleplay. We're not trying to change Red County roleplay. We're not trying to change anything. Here's what we're doing. We're building a system. We're learning from these mistakes to build a system. And anybody who wants to collaborate or make their interpretation of our system is free to do so.
exactly,
See, the
but
intent is to make a system where admins are held accountable just like the players.
I love that to be happen. I love that to be that reason, and I love it for admins and everyone to be the same. But I really think that we should bring the role play should be priority rather than people getting punished. People should be having fun. It should be an enjoyable experience rather than admins
That's
getting
the thing.
punished.
The
People
rules
being
should exist to create that enjoyable experience.
Yes, exactly. It shouldn't be harsh on players.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be there just to
Well,
dictate
okay.
a player's
What
lifestyle.
about the way we did it on RPU?
What do you mean?
We have two sections. We have section 1 for serious offenses. Every one of them is a 30-day ban, and we have a mild offenses section. First time you get a mild offense within a month is a formal warning. Second time is a 2-hour ban. Third time is a 24-hour ban. Fourth time and so on is a 7-day ban.
I mean, for a Discord server, it's okay. It's what I expect for a Discord server. I mean, compared
But
for a
you don't
Discord
think that
server
would
to
work
an
for on a roleplay server?
no. It won't work with an RP server because if someone gets like like a 7-day ban or something like that, I know people like I don't know. I don't think it will work because players won't learn from their mistakes. If
You're
you give
saying
them
the
like a
punishment isn't strong enough?
No, I don't think they're strong enough on RP server. You need to give a bit more on like a serious RP server. You know how I said
So what
before,
if
you
the
gotta have
punishments
fun.
were doubled for everything? Would that fix the issue?
It's not that. I think it should be more of so like back before in LSRP they had the good old probation system. Remember the probation system?
I heard very mixed things about the probation system.
I think it was decent in a way that players would actually help out in the community. Instead of just waiting out a long time, they could work their way back up into the server, so that would actually change the person to be a better person. Because it was actually like kind of like going to like school, for example. It changes you around.
Looks like people have different opinions about different things, and it's
That's
completely
fine.
okay on
Exactly.
Userone Talks. We welcome
Exactly.
different opinions.
That's
That's the point
I
of
enjoy
the show.
opinions. Exactly. I mean, we got admins and all of that. We got testers here and all of that. So just enjoy the server as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if people don't find the server fun, why play it? Why come in game? Why be an admin? Why be an admin? And all you do is look around for players' individual mistakes, and just punish them. I mean, what's the purpose of that? Are you getting fun with that?
So you think admins are punishing people arbitrarily, selectively, based on their opinion of who they like and who they dislike, rather than the rules?
Yeah, I mean, that is the case, mate. That is the case. I'm gonna 100% agree with you. If an admin is friends with a player and that player has broken the rules, he's probably gonna give them some lax. Let's be serious though for a minute. Honestly, if someone was an admin and he was their friend, they would do the same thing. I don't blame them because it's your mate, right? You wanna help your mate out, but that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, you're not really gonna change.
That's what I'm trying to address with these rules. You notice something. You notice something. You notice the punishments, okay? You notice the lack of discrepancy in the punishments. Like some rules in OSRP, they say you can get from a warning to a ban for this same thing, depending on severity, which is very arbitrary. Here, there's no variation. A serious offense gets proven, that's a 30-day ban. Mild offense, then it's depending on how many times they had the mild offense before this month.
I like
You-
it like that. You know, your system. You know, it's laid out because on LSRP it's admin judgment with what they, if they ban them straight away for meta. You can get banned for metagaming. I've seen people getting kicked for metagaming, and it's like literally the same reason, but only because the player was a higher level. And if a player is in the lower level, you know,
I've definitely seen situations where
I
people
mean,
do the
you
same
see-
thing,
you
get
know-
punished by different admins.
it's different admin. Some maybe one admin will kick you, another admin.
I've always said that admin, whether you get punished or not depends on the admin reviewing your case.
Exactly.
And that's my problem with the LSRP right now. I want to amend
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm trying to do with
Yeah.
strict rules. Admins don't get a choice. Once they prove something has happened, they apply the rule. Because
Exactly.
we
There
don't
needs to
want
be,
their
you know-
bias to influence anything. We want the rules to be enforced strictly.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the staff guidebook says, or I've never seen the staff rule book. It's never been leaked or whatever, as far as I'm. I don't know. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. But the punishments they given like told by the management tell their little admins that listen mate, listen Royal, listen Owen, listen Declan, whatever. Yeah, that you need to give punishment by this amount of time, not by the amount of time you wish to
Yeah.
use in your brain.
Exactly.
It needs to be set.
You see the reasons people get punished for? Bat versus gun. Why is
Bat
that
versus-
against the
yeah.
rules? It's
I
not
mean-
written anywhere to be against the rules.
But it's not.
I've had
you know
bat
what?
struck against me when I held a gun and nobody got punished for that.
I think you said bat versus gun, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's I would class it under as unrealistic. I don't even have the LSRP rules open, but I would put it down as like unrealistic roleplay. I mean,
Would they classify
really
anything they
go-
dislike or think is unrealistic as unrealistic roleplay?
That-
And that's my problem. It's based on perception. It's not based on facts. It's not based on truth. It's just based on perception, and that's I believe what causes frustration.
along with that, and along with reporting staff members, I think reporting staff members on LSRP should be public as like some other servers do it. Like you got report a player section. We should have a public report of staff section. Now, that would be very vital.
So you're saying
We
they
would see
should be
how-
treated equally, basically.
Yes, like let's have report staff under report player on LSRP forms.
Well, what we have here is report rule breaking, so you can report a moderator for rule breaking.
Yeah, that's perfect for your Discord, but for an RP server,
Why not for our PSO as well? Just trial them exactly
Oh,
like
yeah,
you would trial another
exactly.
player.
Try it out. Report player, make it public, and only have
And the
reporting
same
for
exact
admins.
system. The same exact system.
Exactly. I think it would be perfect because then we can see what would go behind the scenes behind that LSRP. Because I mean, I've
We've
been
learned
on
quite a
and off
bit
LSRP.
of stuff right now.
Yeah, we'd learn behind what stuff,
Right.
what goes on behind the scenes, and I think the players deserve that as a community. As a community, we help make the server what it is today. I mean, there's only a handful of admins versus a majority of players, and we really deserve to see what's happening behind the scenes of our great server.
I see what you mean, man. Well, thank you for coming. I think we've learned quite a bit today.
worries, bro.
I'm actually gonna
You-
take one more just so that we can stretch it
worries,
to
man. Yeah.
2 hours of live stream like I usually promise. You take care, man. Alright?
You take care. You have a lovely day, mate.
Thank you, man.
Bye-bye.
You too. Alright, let's get somebody else in. Okay, let's get the last interview. I know I already said that we're gonna have the last interview, but this one is the last interview because we have some time. Welcome.
What the hell? I got dragged here. Hello?
You got dragged here? Who dragged you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Give me a second, hold on. Oh, I can't. Okay. Okay,
Well,
I can't
hello
see.
here, Dr. Phil. I'm one of your patients. Nice sunglasses you have there, sir.
Alright, sir, well, take a seat. I'm gonna need you to lay down and tell me all about your psychological mental trauma you
Yeah, sir.
experienced on the
Before you
roleplay
do that, I
server.
just want you to know that you should send LSRP to the ranch. Just saying, with all that blazer and all, you're
I'm
looking,
sorry, we ran out of
you're looking
ammunition.
Chad. Oh, shit. Oh,
It's
well.
okay, just lay down. Tell me all about the nonsense that you've experienced on the roleplay server. That's what we're here to listen.
Well, I haven't really experienced any of that,
Any at
things
all?
things
That's
that
good.
people talk about. I'm just I'm like a guy who's like left Sam community.
You left Sam community completely? Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
this.
man.
See, the thing is, the roleplay union still applies even if you left the Sam community. Why? Because we're talking more about enforcement of the rules in a private community in general. And that applies in any private community, in any private organization in a way. We're gonna see what's the most effective way of doing that. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
So, for example,
But
the
but sir,
rules.
here's the thing. Like, I don't get it. Like, you like, I don't want to sound mean to you, but sir,
Be
but
honest
like,
with me.
you come here like a Mohammed or like a prophet, like here you create a community that's like similar acronyms to DMU. No offense to you, sir, but like you come in here, you just created this roleplay community, trying to like advise other new community servers who will try to like use your Discord to actually enforce some sort of things that other big servers usually make mistakes. So like I'm just curious as to why now? Like why not 2 years ago? Like why now? Like what made you go now? Like this Samp is like it's already like this GTA San Andreas is like over 15 years of age. Like and people have grown up to be like some goddamn people who work now. Like me, for example, I used to own a roleplay server, but like I realized that now, being 23 years of age, I'm just like, dude, I'm just done with Sam, bro. This is like, people never change. People always do shit, no matter what. Like you open a server and you just expect to profit, and like people people expect this thing will thrive and shit like that. People will make rules and all that. People will make some ridiculous amounts of effort to make their server the best and claim themselves to be LSRP killers or CRP killers. But shit, man, they don't do it because you know why? Because SAMP community is running out. Dude, this shit's going low, man. Everything's going low, bro. And I'm like sitting here trying to think like what keeps you motivated, sir, to create this RPU Discord? Like what keeps you going, man? What keeps you going?
Well, you see, 2 years ago, you mentioned that would be a more appropriate time to make something like this. I have thought about it 2 years ago. But you see, at the time I looked at myself and I realized, oh, reputation actually matters a lot. You see, before that I thought doesn't matter. I just follow the rules and I would get punished based on the rules. Then I realized if you look like you're breaking the rules, that's enough to punish you. It doesn't matter whether you are or not. People don't see the truth. People see what they see. People see what they sense. And because of that miscommunication, I got very frustrated. I couldn't continue making episodes. But I blamed it on myself because I realized that I built up that bad reputation, so I should fix it. So for the last 2 goddamn years, I've been working on fixing it, and yet I get treated basically the same way. I requested to start a faction. I was told it's not realistic. I tried to join the LSPD multiple times. I was told I had to change the character name because of the out of character reputation, and that kind of stuff pisses me off. So what did I decide to do? Well, you know what? How about I fight back? How about I criticize that system? How about I point out those issues so that people in the future don't have to deal with it? So maybe I can do something. Maybe I can stand up. Maybe I can actually act on it. Because everything else that I have tried up until this point has failed. And I'm still passionate about roleplay. So it's up to me to do something about it because I'm passionate about this topic. And when I'm passionate about something, I'm actually gonna go through with it. Does that satisfy your answer?
Yes, sir. That does completely satisfy my answer. You just reminded me when I was young and I was like, also my reputation got ruined. I was called scammer and all that bullshit. But you know what, sir? Sometimes you just gotta ignore the people who just talk shit through the internet, sir. Sometimes do you know Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've heard
Remember
about
what
it.
Tyrion Lannister said to Bastard Jon Snow? Wear like armor, some like I don't remember the exact quote, but like every single thing that comes to you, sir, the bad reputation, the bad shit, the bad everything, wear like armor, protect yourself, be higher than them, all right? Be better than them,
I mean, I knew I would get
no
shit
matter
from
what
the
they
day
fucking.
one. I expected it. When I started YouTube, I realized that anybody who does YouTube gets a ton of hate, gets a ton of messages, no matter what they do. But I try to seek those hate comments and find criticism in there to improve. So I guess I'm doing what you're saying anyway.
Yeah, and you know what? There's gonna be a lot of people who will go down on you and all that. You know what? Usual, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm one of those people who actually like, low key, like honestly talk about you with one of the person you probably know him, and we're on a stream talking about you. Like, what's the point of this anymore? And like, what's the point of discussing about SAMP and roleplay servers? But now when I get from your perspective, I understand you love roleplay, man. You're still motivated to do something right.
I
So
mean, yeah, I
it's
just haven't found another medium to express develop characters better than on LSRP. I mean, the other games I found is Garry's Mod, which just is laggy completely, doesn't get to the scale as big as SAMP. There's GTA 5 roleplay, but that is still very buggy and it's in its early stages. So right now I'm kind of stuck to SAMP, and the biggest roleplay server with SAMP is still LSRP, and it's been that way for 12 years now, I believe. So I mean, they have kept consistent. So you can tell that they are passionate about this as well. There's a group of people genuinely passionate about roleplay. I know this sounds crazy, but people that join roleplay servers like to roleplay. Can you believe that? Can you believe
uh,
that?
I honestly think half of them like to roleplay, half of them will just want to just
That's
cause
true.
havoc.
That's true.
Especially when the new server comes out. Like you get some people like, hey, look, this is no new roleplay server, dude. Just join in, and you get some guy, you get a friend who probably for like 2 years, but this friend gets his friends that he knows, and they all just cause havoc on the server. They just want to DM, they just want to cause some shit.
And you
Dude,
get
it's
grouped
like,
up with them, and you get punished with them as well.
well, if you not unless you're admin or a community owner, then no. But yeah, but if you're like one of those people who recommended to play on the server, then yeah, you'd probably get banned as well. I mean, that's what probably most of community
Wait,
owners
well,
or
if you
admins would
recommend
do.
any server on another server, you probably get banned anyway.
Yeah, probably so.
Well,
But I mean,
anyway,
like,
yeah,
hello.
it's all good. So, okay, have you had a situation where you feel like an admin just makes up a rule on the spot?
Um. Well. Not on LSRP or RCRP, and like,
Well,
and
tell me
before you
about it.
ask me that, I don't have any evidence to support this stuff like that.
Okay, well,
So I'd
let's
just
hear it
rather.
anyway. Let's hear it anyway, because
So like, you probably never played other like, I don't know how should I say this, but like, have you ever played science fiction roleplay servers on SAMP?
no, I have not. No.
Oh, okay. Well, there were like few or well, like more than few,
Did you say that you had
and
one on Red County?
what?
Did you say you had a situation from Red County though?
No. I never had any situation from LSRP or RCRP
Oh, okay. Well,
regarding
fine,
the
fine, fine. Let's see it
but
anyway.
like I've played on the server called Dystopian Roleplay.
Okay,
Okay.
any kind of roleplay applies in this context, so let's hear it
Yeah,
anyway.
it wasn't like hardcore, but they claimed it to be hardcore. But anyway, so this that server was about zombie apocalypse and all that shit, blah blah blah. Difficult lore and stuff. So basically, there was a thing called safe zone, right?
Yeah.
So they forced all the people, go to like in a city in Las Venturas that was basically built out straight out of ass, just mapped, and they're like, hey, this is the new city, everyone will be moved straight there and be considered a safe zone. But before that, before the LV area, before the LV safe zone, there were like other areas that were safe across the San Andreas, such as Montgomery, Blueberry, Los Santos. So, people wanted to roleplay there because there were more stuff in there, like lore-wise, like environment-wise. So,
So wait, how big
when
was the
that,
save zone? Was it the entire town?
yeah, it was the entire town.
What the?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, because
So
because
nobody can
like
make a robbery in an alleyway behind a dumpster.
no,
That's
no,
stupid.
because it was. Well, yeah, it's a safe zone, dude. It's like
Yeah, but
nobody,
that's just a stupid thing to do in general. I can
Yeah,
understand
but
not allowing
yeah,
people to do crime near a police station or a hospital or places where there's a lot of cameras and security around, but not letting
yeah,
them do it in an alleyway, in a quiet alleyway. There's gonna be no city crime. This is dumb.
yeah. It's like, I mean, it was a zombie roleplay server, so like the
Ah,
main
okay, okay,
reason they want to focus is like zombies can go in safe zones, right?
right,
Because it's not allowed. Like zombies are not that smart to go into safe zones. But
sure.
like when that new town came in LV,
It
you
wasn't
know,
a safe zone.
uh, well, they announced it was the only safe zone, right? But the players who stayed on, like, let's say Montgomery, Blueberry, apparently the owners or the management or admins forced a rule or just made rule out of the ass. If you're in Montgomery or Blueberry, you must not remain there, because we will spawn zombies on you apparently. And by that, and when that actual map just came in, the LV one, you know, it wasn't any rules update regarding that the LV town or city was the only safe zone. So like the admins obviously spawned zombies on the players who played on Red County, and they actually also forced them to force character kill their
They forced
characters.
character kills. Was there any rule
Yes.
about character kills being forced before that?
No. No.
That is terrible. So they didn't.
Yeah.
So they got forced into something they couldn't have ever predicted and couldn't ever agreed with. Is that the
Yeah.
frustration that now that that happened, what else will happen? You cannot predict what Nami will do if they just let themselves do whatever the fuck they want anyway.
Yeah, bro. It's like, come on. It's like owners were like, this is the best zombie roleplay server out there, blah blah blah. But bro, everyone from the admin team, the management team were like acting like selflessly, no rules, no guidelines, just like fucking do whatever you want.
And that's
Ban
frustrating,
people
right?
for just criticizing you on either just server or YouTube
That
channel.
I actually want to say that the LSRB has been very good about that. They have not punished me for criticizing them in most cases. So I actually appreciate that.
Yeah, but like this
Most
service is
servers do.
long
Most
dead.
servers do punish you for criticizing them.
Yeah, man. It's like, I mean, come on, they can't take the hard pill, to swallow, bro. It's like, oh, like holy shit, like you just say something, and they're like, oh, motherfucker, you tried to open the server, you tried to do shame shit like
Well,
that.
like I said,
We'll see how you go.
I actually have admiration for how much admins do because I've made my own community and it was difficult. But I see what you mean. Admins sometimes do, inconsistent things because they just have arbitrary, they have free will to do whatever they want regardless of the situation. So it's basically the decision is based on how much they like you and what's their mood at the time, and it's inconsistent. So two different people get punished for the same reason. It's the same story we've heard a million times, right?
Yeah, man, and that's why I left Samp completely because
If yeah, but
I'm not.
if sorry to interrupt you, but if there was a server that followed regulations of the roleplay union, do you think you would join back?
I mean, listen, I gotta be honest with you. Like every single like new community that would create themselves in 2019, 2020, and would make like tremendous golden rules. That's like that has no gaps in exploiting the rules whatsoever. Uh, Maybe, but then again, it really also depends. I'm not also joining. I would not. I wouldn't also consider joining because the rules are pitch perfect. How
Well,
good
no.
the community
The
is.
thing is, no rules are perfect. There's always going to be a gray
Yeah,
area. You know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah.
An area of uncertainty where we're not certain if somebody is guilty or not. Here's what we're gonna do for. What if that community, right, didn't punish anybody for a gray area and only punished them for definitely breaking rules when they can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yep.
Would
But
you
like
be
you
interested in
like,
that community?
huh?
Would you be interested to try that community out and see if you can actually develop a character without frustration, without wondering whether you'll get punished for something or not because you know the rules, and the rules are actually
I
being
mean,
enforced.
honestly, if I wouldn't have a job right now, I would. But like, then again, I'm like, I haven't role played for like 2 years now, so like, I'm so
Well,
done.
that's okay because standards on LSRP are vague and arbitrary. But if you had a roleplay server like this, you would know exactly what you needed to do to stay on the server and not get kicked, and then you can just learn without being concerned about being banned.
Yeah, man, but there's like another fact to this. Like, let's just say rules are perfect, everything's like perfect. But then let's look at the SAMP currently, right? Like most people would say SAMP is dying, other people would say SAMP is not dying, it's just stagnant, right? It's really hard to maintain and like order create a new roleplay community without having a good support from like or even knowledge of how marketing works. Like how can you attract players? Like every single time you come on SAM forums, like you see server
Well,
advertisements and you see
I
like,
can tell you how you can attract players because I've actually been paid to make sponsorship videos. You seen my
oh well,
51
yeah, that's
area? That was me
no,
promoting a server.
yeah, but like it's one of those things, right? Like YouTube advertisement because
Yeah,
SAMP is like widely considered to be watchable on YouTube. Still, there's like
mostly by Russians,
there's
but
like
yes.
tremendous, yeah. But like here's the thing, like you attract people, right? You
Yeah.
do attract people. They come to your server, like, but how do you force them to stay? How do you
That's a
force
big
them to
question.
like?
I've actually explored it the other time. Basically, we're thinking of events using that as a solution. So like club openings. Maybe there's I don't know, a fire someplace. That brings people together, gets them communicating, and then we can also focus on the economy because you see in most of the servers for some dumb reason when you open a business you just lose money. You can't actually make money on the business. So we're thinking of an economy, and you always have to buy the business outright, like with a full sum already. When in real life there's options for loans and whatnot. So we're thinking maybe we can. What if somebody made a system where there's an actual economy where you can take loans, where you can open up businesses, and that would keep other players active. It would give them work. It would let them develop their stories. That's the idea generally. So basically, what I'm saying is the administration, the management should emphasize, should kind of like nudge people towards communicating with each other through events and through allowing more business owners to be there. So that's the idea anyway. What do you think about that?
Yeah, but like also there's also one thing I want to point out to your your argument. You know, from the time the server develops into like decent player base, there comes a time when friends just bond the friend groups and don't usually allow other strangers to join their friend groups. So it's like it becomes like a closed circle of different roleplay sections that you as a new guy with no friends to even roleplay with, you're stranded there alone. You have nothing. You have nowhere to go. You basically have to. You are forced to roleplay with other strangers who are basically like one individual, two individuals. While friends of friends are like masses of people. Like we're talking about 10, 20 people who build up factions, who buy a business and basically monitor the business. It's like it's ruining the main like goal of the roleplay server. Like it's like you are forced to like go on the lone wolf path from the very moment the server opens, or from the very moment you join a server that has already been established for like 2 3 years prior and hasn't been fallen since. And like you're trying so hard to establish yourself in that roleplay server, but you see that there's friends of groups that don't even want you to like join their faction, like even despite the fact that you're good at
Yeah,
roleplay, they feel like you're gonna betray. They feel like you're gonna
many
betray them.
factions have very arbitrary like restrictions on when you can join, and they're decided basically by people on the basis of whether they like you or not. It's a very arbitrary perception. Qualifications don't really matter in that context. Like they still judge you by the qualifications, but what really matters is whether they like you or not. And that's I think it's a big issue because
Yeah, I mean nobody's perfect, bro. It's like
nobody's.
it's
That's exactly what I mean. Nobody's perfect, But
it came to the
yeah.
point where this is what role play is nowadays in Sam, bro. It's like, I mean, from the very first moment I started role playing in 2009, I still remember when I had to do slash do SF, and now it's like nobody does that shit anymore. Like I rarely see that, because I've seen how role play like evolves from
Yeah.
that do SF shit, like, until you do like
I've seen
slash
the
me
dual
in
self,
response to
yeah.
that. Yeah, and it's like
I think
it's
what
beautiful, but
see where it goes is it prioritizing appearance from the different perspective. Do SF did not look good. That's why we got rid of it. See, what looked good is when they ask an elegant question and get an elegant answer. You see?
yeah. Well, back in 2009 was like more simpler, more like relaxed. But now, like when you look at
Yeah.
LSRP, RCRP, like they demand, they
They demand
demand
very arbitrary
quality.
things. That's my problem with them.
Yeah,
I don't know what
but
they demand. If they told me what they demanded, I would have no problem with them. But they don't tell me. They
I
even lie
mean,
sometimes. You can even
probably
say.
they don't know themselves what they want.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. They don't have it written down in the rules section. What's actually being enforced and the rules section are totally different things. But anyway,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to end it here. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a great day. All right.
yeah. I'm gonna go get laid, and yeah,
Lovely. All
I'm
right.
gonna
Take care.
gonna go drink some beers. So.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's. Meant to say, Userone Talks. I did say we were gonna end early, but I guess we're gonna be ending just fine. Again, thank you guys so much for coming. See you next week, and I'm gonna upload a nice video either tomorrow or after tomorrow. I promise. Alright. Stay awesome.